This is problem 5-7 from the end of chapter 5 problems from Brigham and Houston's Fundamentals of Financial Management, Concise 9th edition. And here we're trying to calculate the present and the future values of a cash flow stream. So you have an investment that will pay $150 at the end of each of the next 3 years. Correct my spelling. Then $250 at the end of year 4, then $300 at the end of year 5, then $500 at the end of year 6. Other investments earn 11% annually. What's its present value? What is its future value? Okay. We can't use the shortcuts number of periods, rate, PV, and payment because the payments aren't the same each period. So we don't have an annuity here, but that doesn't mean we can't solve it. The easiest way to do this is to get the present value is use the Npv function. And then once I have the present value, I can actually convert that to a future value. Alright, so if I start with putting the cash flows in a timeline, time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to get $150 for 3 years. Then $250 in year 4 at the end of year 4, $300 at the end of year 5, and then $500 at the end of year 6. Alright, so if I want to know what the present value is, if the interest rate or the discount rate, we'll stick with interest rate. Y'all probably more comfortable with that. So we've said the interest rate is 11%. The NPV function is laid out as equals NPV open parens rate, that's the interest rate, comma, and then cash flows. Alright, so equals NPV open parens rate, comma, and then I cover up cash flows 1 through 6. And that means that at time 0, this grand total of cash flows, the 6 years of cash flows you're going to get, 150, 150, 150, 250, 300, and 500, that grand total is $1,500. That's only worth $976.60 today, because the present value of $500 to be received 6 years from now is not $500. In fact, we could take the present value of each of these, divided by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the 6th power, and get the present value of each of these cash flows. Okay, so $150 a year from now is the same as $135 today. $150 2 years from now is $121 today. 3 years from now, it's worth the same as $109 today. And if I added all these together, I get the same answer, $976.60. Okay. So the simplest way to do this is to use the NPV function. Now, if I want to know what the future value is, that's not that difficult either. Number of periods, rate, PV, FE, payment. If I have something today that is worth $976, how much is that going to be worth in the future if I add no other payments? Alright, so that's a six years, and the interest rate is 11%, and I can actually go back here and find one of my future value calculations. Just cut and paste it in there. So the future value is $1,826.64. The present value, $976.60.